This is the Talent, Sales, and Scale Show. If you are effective at teaching and coaching and guiding and helping others to be all that they can be, because there's some people that are they're just natural at it. And if you can coach, mentor, and train them to be amazing, that seems to be the real skill set that so many people lack. And to your point earlier, we always joke around, if somebody's really good at something, and so they're a top performer, and then you move them into management, you're like, oh, okay, great. You're going to lose both of them here pretty darn shortly, right? Because they stink at a sales manager because, like you said, hey, I know how to do it. My training method is, I don't know, kids, you just go out and do it. Everybody can do it. And they don't know how to break down the steps and show them the path.
Yeah, it's and in the SDR role specifically, it's a lot of training and process management. So it's like, how do you run your day? Like, are you someone I have to ask to fill out your activity sheet at the end of the week? Are you someone who I constantly am like, where are your discovery call notes for the AE? Like, if you have your process down, you have good time management principles, and you've helped onboard reps, like with role plays, and I can teach you how to do the coaching, because there's a difference between training and coaching, right?
Yep.
Most reps can train people, few can coach. I can coach you, or well, I should say train. I can train you on how to coach someone, though. The other problem is a lot of managers don't have confidence in their own abilities to coach people and train them properly. So they're worried, and they just want somebody that's already ready to go. Like, I'm there right now. I'm hiring 3 SDRs right now. And I'm like, I'm not looking at anybody who doesn't have previous sales experience, not because I question my ability, because I don't have the time capacity right now to do a sales 101 training. I need people who at least understand sales, so I can say, okay, you understand the baseline of sales. This is how we do sales. This is our process. Go and be free. I don't have time to go through and go, this is the framework for a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time to do that. So that's indicative of my hiring profile right now. When I did have time, when I was building the team a year ago, dude, I didn't care if you were a former educator, military vet, no experience whatsoever, worked at Trader Joe's, come one, come all. Let's do this all together, But right now, I don't have the ability to do that because of how fast Pavilion's growing. So I think it's like a similar thing. You got to evaluate what are your non-negotiables, and then kind of understand, like, does this person have the non-negotiables or not? And as an SDR, you need to make sure that as many non-negotiables that you can have walking into that job, you've already worked on. Do I run my day effectively? Am I an admin wizard? Like, am I someone that constantly has to be asked twice to do stuff? Get all those easy things out of the way. Get them out of the way. You can do them. And that's the seriousness of work, right? You know when you have to do something. And if you keep forgetting, that's okay. You have a cell phone with alerts. You have Google notifications. You can set a 5-minute calendar block at the end of every day to fill out your activity sheet if you really forget. And that shows me as a manager, as like a leader, that like you take this seriously and you could do this, because those are things I do too. I have blocks for email. I have blocks for checking our pipeline and reports. I have blocks for doing call coaching. Like, I have everything blocked out. People look at my calendar and they go, you have no free time. And I'm like, well, those are tasks that I have to accomplish. They're free blocks, so you can book over them if something's urgent. But yeah, that's my day. That's my job. That's my work. That's what I'm doing. And yeah, sitting on doing 3 hours of call coaching a week, listening to gong recordings all day long, this is not the funnest part of my job, but it's the most insightful part of my job.
Yeah.
And it has to be done. And I have to build that process.